A secret letter came just 3 days before Julius Caesar was killed. It had a secret that would change Rome forever. Caesar's love tale, which he had kept to himself for 20 years. But did the person who sent this letter seek to help him or hurt him? 3 days before the 15th of March, 44 BC, Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome, was at home in his study. The letter he was holding would change all the secrets he knew. The letter's owner was the love of his life, Servilia. The letter said, "Dear Gaius," and then it went on to say, "It's time to tell you the secret we've kept for 20 years. Marcus Brutus is going to find out the truth. I'll tell him if you don't." Caesar's hand shook. Servilia was not just his sweetheart. She was also Marcus Brutus's mother. And Marcus Brutus could have been the son of Caesar. 20 years ago, this narrative began. Caesar fell in love with Servilia, one of Rome's most attractive women, when he was still a young politician. Servilia was Cato's sister and hailed from a rich patrician family. This meant that she was related to Caesar's worst political enemy. His friend Pompeius had warned Caesar, "This is not possible. Servilia is the sister of your enemy. This romance will ruin you." But Caesar didn't pay attention. There was more than just love between him and Servilia. There was also a game of wits. They were both quite knowledgeable about politics and were learning a lot from one another. The first time they met was at a hidden villa on the Palatine Hill. Caesar went there as Marcus, changing his hair color and how he looked. Servilia also went by the name Julia. "How long will this game go on?" One day Servilia asked. "Forever," Caesar said, "because you are my weak point. A politician who reveals weakness is a politician who is dead." But this hidden romance had an unforeseen result. Servilia got pregnant. Was Marcus Junius Brutus the child's father or Caesar? No one knew. Servilia may not have known either. She called the baby Marcus Brutus after her husband after he was born. But Caesar never lost interest in the child. He surreptitiously paid for his education by sending him to the greatest professors. Caesar told his companions, "This child is very smart. He will do great things in the future." These statements started rumors throughout Rome. Because Caesar didn't have a son yet, Caesarion hadn't been born yet. He acted like a father to Marcus Brutus. As the years went by, Caesar gained more power. He took over Gaul, crossed the Rubicon, and beat Pompey. But he and Servilia were always together. It actually got even deeper. During their meetings, Servilia would comment, "You've changed, Gaius. Now all you want is power. You used to be more like a person. Power," Caesar said, "has brought me closer to you. Because I can now keep you safe." But this safety would come with an unexpected price. As Marcus Brutus got older, he started to recognize that Caesar was interested in him. "Mother," Marcus Brutus asked one day, "why is Caesar so close to me? It's like ... as if what?" Servilia inquired with a lot of tension. "Like he was my dad." Servilia was scared by this question. If the truth came out, it would be bad for both Caesar and her. A scandal like this in Rome might kill their political careers. Caesar also knew what was going on. He attempted to stay away from Marcus Brutus, nevertheless. But the young man was already on guard. When the Civil War started in 49 BC, Marcus Brutus had a tough choice to make. Should he back Caesar or Pompey? Servilia, his mother, told him in secret to back Caesar. But Marcus Brutus stayed true to the values of the Republic. "I support Pompey," he informed his mother Servilia. "Caesar wants to be a dictator." Caesar was really disappointed about this choice. Because his son might battle against him, Caesar may have killed Marcus Brutus during the war. The young guy was hurt in the Battle of Pharsalus and fell into Caesar's clutches. Instead of killing him, though, Caesar took care of him and took him under his wing. "Why didn't you kill me?" Marcus Brutus inquired. Caesar stared at him for a long time and said, "Because you are special." This made Marcus Brutus even more suspicious. Why did Caesar spare him when he killed his enemies? Marcus Brutus had already decided to form a conspiracy against Caesar when he was named dictator in 46 BC. But before he made this choice, he wanted to hear the truth from his mother. One night, he asked his mother, "Is Caesar really my father?" For a long time, Servilia didn't say anything. Then she said, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But it could happen. This answer made things much more difficult for Marcus Brutus. If Caesar was his father, killing him would be killing his father. But if he wasn't his father, he had to kill him to protect the Roman Republic. Servilia's message came 3 days before March 15th. She was now very sick and old, and she had made up her mind to tell the secret she had held for 20 years. She stated in her letter, Gaius, it's time to tell the truth. You have a son named Marcus. There isn't a DNA test, but a mother's gut feeling is always right. He is your blood. As soon as he got the letter, Caesar hastened to see Servilia. That was the last time they met. Why didn't you tell me for 20 years? Caesar inquired. Because, Servilia answered, we would both have died if I had. But now, you are really strong. You can handle the truth. What about Marcus? What will he do about it? I don't know. But we will be honest, at least. The next day, Caesar called for Marcus Brutus. He talked to the young man by himself. Marcus, replied Caesar, I have something to tell you. Between you and your mother. But Marcus Brutus cut him off and said, I know. You are my dad. How did you figure it out? Caesar said in shock, I've felt it for 20 years. Your interest in me, your care for me, and your affection for me were all signs of a father's love. Then, Caesar remarked, everything has changed. You are my child. Your inheritance is mine. But Marcus Brutus said something surprising. No, you are a tyrant, and we have to kill dictators. That doesn't change the fact that he is my father. These remarks broke Caesar's heart. His son had made the choice to kill him. Caesar stopped on March 15th on his way to the Senate. Maybe he shouldn't go. But then he got brave. He understood that nothing could sway Marcus Brutus' mind. He was stabbed 23 times in the Senate. Marcus Brutus' knife, on the other hand, hurt the most. The dying words of Caesar were not what history books say they were. He didn't say, Et tu, brute. Instead, he said something that hurt a lot more. Kai su tenon, you too, my son. Marcus Brutus stopped in his tracks when he heard these remarks. Because Caesar had named him my son, and he had slain his dad. Servilia died of grief after Caesar died. Marcus Brutus killed himself because he was so sorry. Political intrigue had entirely wrecked a family. For hundreds of years, the Roman archives kept the secret of this story a secret. But when modern archaeologists found Servilia's letters, they found out the truth. The death of Caesar was not only a political murder, it was also a sad family story. A father had to keep his fatherhood a secret, and by the time his son found out the truth, it was too late. People remember Caesar as a brilliant leader. But in truth, he was a man who put everything on the line for love. And that love ultimately killed him. People often ponder these days, what if Caesar had told the truth sooner? It's possible that Marcus Brutus wouldn't have killed him. It is possible that the Roman Empire would not have come into being. Maybe history would have been written in a very different way. But maybe the most important thing to remember is that love kept secret and secrets kept concealed will eventually destroy everyone. Today's politicians know very well that the border between private life and political life is quite thin. Would you choose your love life or your political career if you were him?